Hey everyone, welcome to This Week in Santa Clarita. I'm Cody McMichael with California Leasing Property Management Services, and my guest speaker today is Chris Gately with Gately Properties.
That's right.
How you doing, Chris?
Doing good. Good
Awesome.
to see you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming to the office.
Yeah. It's no problem. It was
nice
it was fun to see, fun to visit.
Good.
Good to see all the inner workings of how leasing works out here in Santa Clarita and the Southern California area.
Yeah.
It's one of the best.
Oh,
so.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate that. It's just a couple questions I wanted to ask our viewers
Yeah.
before we get started, kind of into what we're going to talk about today. How long have you been in the industry?
Oh gosh, I started in 2005.
Okay. Wow.
So I've been almost 2 decades in the industry. I actually had hair when I first started.
Okay.
That's before kids, before COVID.
Sure.
So I've been doing this a little while.
Okay.
I actually did property management for a little while, and
Right.
I know the work that you do
Yeah.
is worth every dollar. Every dollar. So
Good.
I highly recommend doing property management if you were planning on renting out your house. But
Love it.
I've been doing this long enough to know
Mhm.
go with a trusted expert.
I would agree.
Don't do it yourself.
Well,
Don't do it
Don't
yourself.
do it yourself. It's too much stress and time and effort. But and then any regrets for in the industry that you've been in? Anything you've regretted over the years?
Honestly, no. It's always been a learning experience. It's one of those things where, no matter the market, we take something out of it. We
Yeah.
learn from what's going on.
Yeah.
This is not the same as it was in 2008.
No.
We're in a totally different market.
Yeah.
So it's something that we have to learn how to adapt.
Right.
And so we are seeing the market change a little bit as
Mhm.
interest rates went up.
Right.
And so we deal with it.
Right.
We adjust our game to keep moving forward on the football grid, if you will. So
There you go. Yeah. Speaking of holidays,
Yes.
and time of year.
Yeah.
We were talking a little bit about decorations. You know, yeah.
I love decorating.
I do too. I think it's great. My wife, she loves it too. She goes all out, and I think we've got half the house is already Halloween decorated.
Christmas, are you a Christmas guy or a Halloween guy?
Both. I like Christmas over.
Okay.
I mean, my son was born on Halloween, so there's kind of an extra thing with that.
Oh, very fun.
So we get to do a little extra celebration.
Nice.
But and in regards to decorations, as far as selling your house,
Oh.
what are your thoughts on decorating your house?
I get this question from time to time.
Sure.
And you always want to make your house, not to sound bad, but to be as I hate to say bland as possible, but you want to open it up as many buyers as possible.
Sure. Yeah.
Your decorating taste may not be the decorating taste of your potential buyer.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, it is kind of fun.
Yeah.
My personal opinion is to put in some seasonal decorations, but not to go overwhelmed. Not to have, and definitely not something scary, definitely not something gory.
Right.
Personal experience, my poor neighbor was trying to sell a house, and this is before I had kids. I decorated my house, and I had caution tape around the house and bloody handprints on and he would get questions from potential buyers on what was going on in the house next door because it looked like a murder scene happened.
Yeah.
And so that probably isn't a good level of decorating, but something kind of cute, maybe
Minimal. Okay.
minimal decorating, because the goal is that you sell the house,
Right.
So, or you rent out your house.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't want to do too much because you also have to pack that all away.
Mm-hmm.
So think about that. But
Sure.
I think you should have some seasonal
Right.
decoration.
I think so.
You're still in the house, so enjoy it.
Right.
So.
We would say the same thing in leasing.
Yeah.
It's like, not everyone's going to like your paint color or your carpet color. You got to think about, we're trying to appease the masses.
Yes.
So
yes.
I totally get where you're coming from.
It's a balance that you have
Uh-huh.
to make. Sometimes you can hire a stager. They would help
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah.
I don't know if stagers also do, holiday decorating. They might, because can you imagine you walk into a house and it's immaculately decorated for Halloween or for Christmas, and
Right.
a nice, like you're trying to go for a luxury look, and they bring in gold plated boxes of.
Walking to Tim Burton's house?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, so that might get your attention, but it's
Sure.
not going to appeal to a whole lot of buyers, I
Yeah,
think. That's
get
probably
it.
safe to just kind of keep it somewhat down low, neutral.
Right. I love that. That's great advice.
Yeah.
And then another question for you. Any thoughts on the current market? Like anything you?
Well, what we're seeing right now in the current market is it's fall.
Yes.
And it always happens during
Mhm.
fall that we get a little bit slower market. But I also do see things picking up usually as we get further into fall.
Right.
About October, November, which by the way, October is technically, statistically, the best time to buy a house
Perfect.
because there's still a lot of inventory available, and those sellers who are leftovers from summer need to close before the end of the year. Because
Right,
if you're in
right.
October, you got to close in November, or you're going
Mhm.
to close in December
Right.
because you
Which
want to
is
get that write-off for the year.
Busy
So,
time, yeah.
so I see October tend to pick up. November picks up. December usually cools off again until the beginning of the year. But it's what we're seeing right now is totally normal.
Mhm.
We see a few homes come on the market. We're not seeing the massive inventory that would be needed to really bring down
Right,
prices.
Right.
And we're also dealing with a higher interest rate environment.
Mhm.
So that kind of puts a kibosh on how much you can ask.
Right.
But we're not seeing prices drop. They're just slowly
Okay.
creeping down.
Cool. Well, I appreciate your time.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was awesome
great.
having you
Thank
here,
you.
and thanks for being on the show.
Yeah.
If people want to reach out to you, get more information, maybe
Yeah.
be their broker.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to be your broker. You can go to our website, gatelyproperties.com, or you can visit us. We're on Facebook at Gately Prop. We're on Instagram at Gately Prop, and I do have a YouTube channel. I think it's Gately Prop. GATELYPROP.
Love
So,
it.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chris.
I appreciate
Pleasure,
it.
man.
Thanks.
Talk to y'all soon. Have a
Thank
good day.
you.